Someone made a joke and I don't understand. I had posted something in one of my groups or whatever. I just noticed I gotta grab my phone charger. Holy God. Oh, they might have gone to an old video. Also, they might be watching me on Twitch. I just realized. I need this phone charger real quick. I almost just electrocuted myself. That was painful. Oh yeah, what was I doing? I was doing something with the car. I might have to copy my link from my stream and put it in here. Oh, what car was I working on? Hold on. Oh, there's a car here. Oh, I see. They tried joining on my they tried going off the Twitch one, but I wasn't streaming at the moment. I've done that. That's funny. What was I doing with this car? Wait, what? Why am I missing parts from my car? Hold up. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Hold on. There's an option for a different engine. I think she's fine. I don't remember why I took this apart. I don't know. You know what? I thought my mic was muted the whole time for a second, and I'm kind of glad that it wasn't. I've done that before where I've had to redo or I say my lines, but I've had to like resave my intro a bunch of times because the first time I had myself muted. The second time something went wrong, the recording broke, and then I had to do it the third time, and I was so mad. Ah, you got it right this time. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I mostly stream on YouTube. Sometimes I'll stream on Twitch, but I don't know. I find my audience on YouTube is just a lot nicer. Oh, well, you can look at a nice car that I built. We can look at this. Is there any cars that are less? Those are BMWs, though. Am I really almost out of cars? I think we're gonna. You know what? We're gonna go grab some more. Why not? Let's go to. You know, I could just buy a second-hand car, but nah. Let's just go to a junkyard, build a car. Yeah. If you guys have any questions or anything, like I said, I know a lot. Not I know a lot of people aren't like car people or whatever. They don't know a darn thing. And I've had people tell me they didn't watch because they didn't understand. Right? They weren't trying to be rude. I'm like, I will teach you. If you don't understand, that's fine. I do this as an actual career, and it doesn't mean I know everything I'm doing. Stuff always goes wrong. I've seen stuff happen, and I can't explain how. To this day, I'm still trying to figure out how Hondas run. They're built on some different energy, I swear. We're lacking in cars. This is a great sign. Oh, look at that. There's a... So, heads up for people who don't know much about this game. So there's cars that have no brand because they're not licensed. But I have a bunch of DLC, so you'll see cars that say Dodge, Chevy, Buick, stuff like that, right? But there's cars like this that don't have a brand name because they're cars that were already in the game before the game bought any licenses. Because if you don't know, when it comes to games, the companies who own the game have to buy a license in order to be able to, get a car brand. But I already know. I believe I'm probably gonna be wrong on this. I'm a little rusty. My mind isn't. This was a Pontiac. I can't remember. Hold on. I think it is a Pontiac, so I'm gonna have to remember really quickly. Oh, I just saw the person who was watching me post comment on the thingy on the. I got my phone opened up next to me. I was hoping they would chat here more with me. I'm seeing things. What are you? A Lotus. This is one of the, this is an actual brand of car in case you didn't know. If anyone watched Top Gear, you know that this was not made in America or Canada or anything like that. So this is random, by the way. I come in and sometimes there's random vehicles or whatever. I'll give it one more attempt. I mean, we got 2 cars. I have a storage area too. I can fit more than just 5 cars at a time. I'm trying to increase my audience, because as everyone knows, I'm a furry. Kind of still figuring out if I want to stay one or not. So I'm trying to grow my audience as friends and just in general for my YouTube of kind of that similar audience. It makes me feel a lot more comfortable. I know sometimes I have random people that show up that are just jerks, and that can happen with anyone, but yeah. Though I don't really know how much longer I'll stay one. I've had some pretty bad experiences. Not everyone has bad experiences, but I think I'm in the wrong province. But then again, where I'm from, there's like no furries, so I don't actually know if I chose right anymore or wrong. All I know is I like vehicles. I'm good at working on them. I like gaming. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you've seen my poster on the thing. I've not had a whole lot of good ones. None, actually, out here. So let's strip the old panels. I'm just gonna... Are you an inline 6? Really? You are an inline 6. Ooh. Okay, well, we'll see what we do with you. Yeah, it does suck, you're right. That's why I'm like, I guess, to be honest with you, Panthro, I joined that, like, I've told, I think, the owner, the admin, that I think the only real reason I joined that server as a last attempt, like, that I've pretty much given up on making friends within the fandom. I'm like, you know what, I'll give it one more shot, because I've joined a lot of servers. I've even joined the only server that existed dedicated to where I'm from. And it did not turn out well. They were quite jerks. And then whenever I wanted to talk about myself, and this FYI guys, I just this little bit of me ranting, I guess, so I apologize. But when I first grew up in the furry fandom, you could say whatever you want to someone, and people never they weren't ever mean about it, nothing. Like they were pretty kind of understanding. No one ever told you to go get help. They were there for you. You know, like saying go get help to someone was like a last resort type situation. Now it's just so calm, and that's like their first thing they say, and it's kind of, like I said, I got introduced to the fandom by a cousin a long time ago because I didn't, I guess, talk enough. So if I talk too much streaming, blame him for that. But no, now it's like a lot of my life, as you guys have followed throughout my channel and my vlogs and stuff, I've had a pretty rough go at it. I think it's definitely made me a stronger person for sure. Like I'm kind of glad a lot of things happened the way they did, which is weird to say it, because I came out of it pretty tough. Yeah, I trauma dump a lot to people, and a lot of people don't like that. I'm like, well, I'm kind of built off that. I can't really change that. They're like, you should go get help. I'm like, I have. You know what everyone told me I should do? Talk about it. But the one place I want to talk about it, the one place I thought, I spent most of my life, like almost pretty much 14 years of my life in the fandom, was the furry fandom. And that's like the one place I can't talk about that stuff with. So when I do find someone who lets me trauma dump, like on a voice call, whatever, yeah, I cling to them because that's so rare in this fandom. I've met close to 10,000 people in this province that are furries, and most of them, just like, I made a post in my server that I'm in because most of them don't understand that a lot of people in this province only care about popularity. They'll go to every fur con, they have a relationship or whatever, but then all they care about is popularity. And then I've even been told I'm replaceable. If my friendship doesn't work out with them, they'll just replace me with someone else. I hated that. It's gotten to the point where trauma makes you trauma is pretty much what built me, unfortunately. Like I said, I've gone through a lot, and it's not like when you say trauma built someone, it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad either. Sometimes it makes you way tougher, and but it's just opening up to someone is a lot harder. And then when you want to open up to someone, when they say stuff like, you should go get help, or you can't say this to me and everything like that, it's kind of like a kick to the face, right? And I told people, I'm like, when I grew up in the furry fandom, that's what built that fandom. You finally found a group of people you could talk to, relate to, right? That's why I always liked the fandom. But as I've gotten older, I've noticed Twitter is like the worst place to go. People call it X, but it's Twitter. I'm sorry. I'm never going to get used to calling that X. But nowadays, it's like you get so afraid of talking in a server, like a furry server or a group, because you don't know what you can say without being attacked. Right? Everyone is so focused on like the division and hatred of because you look at any furry group, there's always hate. You have people who like a certain thing and they're hated. And I'm like, I stopped caring what people hate in the fandom because as a community, we don't have to get along with everyone, right? We'd never have got along with everyone in the world. That's just how our world works, unfortunately. But instead of talking about it, normally we just hate on people and everything like that. I'm like, I don't know, it's not the fandom that I grew up with, I guess. I just wanted a fandom where I could talk about how I feel, listen to how others talk about feel, and then share experiences, right? Bond. So I joined this furry server, because I wanted to find people that are in the same province as me, that I'm like where I'm from, and just have friends. People are just afraid because everyone is desperately trying to achieve popularity, but they can't. True, you are right. I try telling people I don't care about popularity, not one bit. If I never get popular, I'm good with that. I'm happy with that. I want a small group of friends where I can say whatever I want with, and we're fine. We can laugh it off. An actual group of friends. But like I said, every day I join on that server, I join the voice chat, and I sit there for like 20, 30 minutes waiting for someone to join. Now, I know not everyone wants to speak and everything like that, and I get that. People are busy. But I try to... It's weird, because if I join a popular furry server, and I tried joining that voice chat, there'd be a lot of people in it. I would never be able to say a damn word. And if I did, no one would listen and no one would care. So I joined the smaller ones, especially the ones in Canada, because like you don't have to be in Canada to be in a Canada server. It's just, I don't know. I say this to people as a Canadian. We're not exactly the best people. We're not the worst people. We are people, I think. I don't know at this point. We're not all friendly, apparently, but my hope when joining that group was simply to make friends, and I'm still achieving that, trying to. So I guess I'll see how it goes. Like as you can see, Panthro, I met him on that server. He or she, I'm sorry, I've never did ask, but I do appreciate you engaging these type of conversations with me. I joined a server, and I have a spoiler words like perish or I've never warned or put spoil. I have to spoil. Yeah, see, like, you know what? I'm gonna say this right here. I'm gonna have to change the title of this darn stream, but for all, I'm gonna have to put this as not meant for children or anything like that, which is fine. But for you who followed me, you guys will know that I've gone down hell basically to get to where I am now. I lost my best friend and a boyfriend to suicide years ago. I got pushed out of a moving truck at 110 kilometers an hour head first. A lot of people don't like to mention that I went down a suicide road, because guess what? My life sucks. Is it better now? Yes, it got better. It's great. But like, Panther's right. We can't say anything like that nowadays, and we can get banned off servers. We get attacked and stuff like that. I'm like, well, I'm sorry we're human. I'm sorry that we're not perfect. Honestly, it's the perfect people that I'm scared of. But it's the people, like, if you could say, oh, I had a suicide background, or I got depressed, like stuff like that, I will trust you because you're opening up. You're saying something relatable. But if you're like, oh, I'm fine, I didn't have any of these issues or whatever, or you have just people who are kind of ignorant towards it, yeah, I don't like them, because you just don't trust them. Like, how are you supposed to? But yeah, I get it, Panther. I've got banned off a few servers from just saying the word suicide. It wasn't that I was going to commit. It was just talking about my past. And apparently that was enough to make people upset. I'm still, to this day, wondering how. I mean, I don't know if anyone noticed, but men's suicide is up to almost 80% in Canada. Something like that. So it's not like it's, it's not like it's a surprise. But I mean, no, you just can't say anything. I'm terrified of what I can and cannot say in my own group that I grew up in, so. I just did think, oh, I'm not trying to be sensitive, it's just, I don't know, man. So many people I tried, like, saying, like, he or she, and I get yelled at, and I don't know, I'm tired of having fights for nothing that's important in my opinion, and it's just, I don't know, I'm trying my best, but that's fair. Just trying to be somewhat respectful and try to live up to my family name, Then I've gotten upset, even my family history. Yeah, see, stuff like that, it just doesn't make sense. It's like, why are they getting upset? You're talking about something that doesn't even involve them. Like, has anyone ever heard the term shut up and listen? Like, you don't always have to agree with everything, but if you just listen and you try to be respectful about it, I'm sure that goes a long ways, but it's so hard to find people, especially in this fandom, that just listen. Like, you can open up to and just have a good laugh, a good talk. Like, I will say this. Anyone who can relate, tell me in the chat. But to be able to sit there, small group of people, even a big group, and be able to literally pour your heart out, like whatever's on your mind, clear your mind and everything like that. They do the same thing. All you guys have just cleared up. I'm telling you what, it feels so good. Because it's really rare to be able to do that nowadays. To just find someone who will listen and who will actually talk. Like, it's because it's one thing, like, if you talk about yourself and then they say nothing. Kind of reminds you of a therapist. You know, I hate when people who demand you call them by the pronouns, call you what I think you look like. Because, see, I'm from. I think that is legal now to call someone, believe it or not, Panther. That's how screwed up it is. But no, because like if in case anyone doesn't know, I'm from New Brunswick, and that's a really, really old school province. Yes, there is pride stuff there, but it's really uncommon because it's a very old school province. So, like, if I told, like, only a few people in my family know that I'm a furry and that I'm bisexual. If I told anyone else in my family, I would probably be killed. You know? That's why when I say there's, like, no furries in New Brunswick, there's a reason. It's not really accepted. A lot of stuff isn't accepted down there, to be honest with you, but, oh, I still play with Hot Wheel cars. Are you kidding me, dude? I have a whole box, but now I build actual muscle cars in real life, so I'm doing the same thing. They're way more expensive. Way funner, though, but that's why I'm also doing this in a game, because I miss home and I just want to go build my car. But apparently they don't even call them Hot Wheels anymore. I mean, I grew up calling them Nicky cars, because you had, like, you know, the plastic ones, and then you actually had the Hot Wheel ones, but they call them, they don't even, I was at the store the other day, they don't even make Lego. Like, I grew up building Lego sets and everything like that. They don't even have Lego anymore. Like, I went through, like, a Walmart, and they had no Lego, and I was so upset. Because I remember going through there and be, like, 6 rows of just Lego. Now there's none. Like, they just give kids video games. I mean, video games are fun, but, like, I still love my board games. I still like going outside, going for nature. Like, games are, like, for right now, like I said, when I go home, I'm probably not going to touch a video game for a few months. Oh, I still build Lego. I just ordered off Amazon. My good old Halo, but... Yeah, but like, yeah, the whole old school thing, like, yeah, that's how it was. Like, we would say if you're male or female, but how your body figure is, right? Like, people shouldn't get offended by it. That's how we grew up. Like, I can't read minds. I can't even think half the time. Swear to God, my brain is just gonna go sideways one day. But no, it's like we try our best. Some people are pretty understanding about it. You know, they're like, oh, you know, I'm this or whatever, and like, oh, apologize, you know. But then some people are like, oh, you did this, how rude of you. And I'm like, God, I just want to lay you out. Like, everyone just, but at least where I am currently, everyone's so demanding about everything, right? They think they have more priority than anyone. I'm like, no, you don't. We're all supposed to be equal in a way, so, yeah, but that's why I want to go back home, because it's different. You know. We all deserve a place on this planet, but, you know, don't need to be a dick about it. But yeah, no, I'm just trying to find more friends that I can connect with, hang out with, you know, just chat with. I mean, heck, even if they don't live near me, just having a friend is nice. Ask for someone's pronouns in my 18 years. Oh, dude, out here in Alberta, I've had literally so many people talk about that. Like, it was so bad even in high school that I actually started telling people to shut up. I'm like, there was people who were under 18 mentioning stuff like that. And I literally looked at them, I'm like, you're way too young. Just get a life, please. You're driving me insane. Yeah, being from the east coast of Canada, I don't know how to keep my mouth shut. And I've made a lot of people upset with me. Do I care? No. Some people tend to like me. I'm not completely bad. Kind of nuts, though. Most of us are. Who keeps texting me and why? Oh my! I don't want to play Yahtzee, Yonty. I don't even know how to play Yahtzee. I just realized. I'm sure I'll figure it out. She's coming with me on the plane back home because she's flying out here, and then I already bought my tickets. I have to take this engine out now. Do you have oil in you? Let me check. No oil pan. Nope. There wouldn't be anything left. It's amazing that this thing was white from the junkyard. Which is pretty clean now. Like, everything's pretty much stripped now. I enjoy making people mad at me because then I can tell the difference between little babies and actually people who aren't. True. It's becoming rare and rare nowadays. More rare. I was going to say rarer. I don't know if that's a word, and I don't care. My brain works the way it works, but no, I know what you mean. I try not to. It just happens. And then I apologize, and I don't know why. Alright, well, let's see what this engine is missing so I can mark. Okay, let's see what this engine isn't missing. So it's a 6-cylinder, so we're going to need 6 caps, and it's going to need 5 of the bearings. Okay. Ah, your fuel pump's mounted to the side. You're this one. Hold on a second. You're not the Ford, are you? I don't think you are. I don't remember. It'll come to me when I least expect it. Probably while I'm sleeping. Rocker arm, so there's 6, so it'd be about 12, I believe, because it's not a V8, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In case anyone didn't know, this is how the old school engines work. You had these, and you had to manually set these. They weren't bad, but they weren't fun. Okay, I think I marked everything that isn't existing, so now I can mark everything. Basically, I just built a whole new engine. Because I can pair some of these parts, but it's a game and I have the money, so I'm just going to rebuild this car, because my chances are I had one bad engine part in a car, it'd explode. And I usually put all aftermarket parts on a car like this, so a lot of these parts will probably snap. Well, it is an old classic, so it probably would hold. I just don't need to push it and find out. Just gonna... some of these rockers, or these push rods they don't look bad. Some of them look bad, but some of them actually still got shine to them. Amazing for a car that was found in the junkyard. To be fair, it did have a hood, so... Oh yeah, spark plugs, we need those. I mean, technically you don't need anything in a vehicle, but it doesn't mean it'll run. Alright. The engine's almost... like nothing to the engine. Wow, the pistons are just... they're just burnt and charred. Those are... that's not good. What'd you do to this poor... I missed the whole cam system. I knew I missed something off my engine. There we go. Take that out. I'm like, why can't I take out some of these pistons? Because my cam was in. That's what moves all your rockers. Can I find my piston rings from here? Oh, I can. I need 6 piston rings. Oh, never mind. There was an actual cap on that. No, you mean the one piston that actually was bolted on. I can post a picture of a tiny paper cut, and I'll have children tell me put a warning spoiler and that one out, so it's I was supposed to have a hand covered in blood because of a farm job, just to make them upset. Cause no, they simply do it. Yeah, I'm going to the farm, so yeah, I know how that feels. I mean, I get damage all the time, mechanics. Like, you know, when I got my concussion a long time ago, because people were like, "There's no way you fell off a vehicle going 110 kilometers an hour." I posted a picture of me in the hospital, and then they got upset because of how, like, I was bleeding and stuff like that. And then, like, well, you wanted proof because you didn't believe me, and I'm tired of listening to your spoiled ass. So, yeah. Did I care? Not really. Alright, mark that. I have no idea. Brain doesn't work. Alright. I mean, I don't think I'm missing anything else besides the body. Let's take a look. Do we have any tuning for you? Oh, we do. I'm blind. Well, enough. No, that was because of my mother. She's a psychopath, and I tried to stop the vehicle, and I ended up blacking out and fell out of a truck. Pretty sure the ragdoll is what saved me. Why do I need this? I don't have an intake coming out of this engine. I'll just get the aftermarket fenders. Cause no point in having a hood scoop or that type. I don't. So that means there is a version here that has a blower. Cause this one is just, there's no swap options for this one, but there is a version. So what? You're the F mill type. Oh, so you're unique. Oh. So you're not even going to be the fastest variant that I have. Okay, well, let's get... I immediately forgot what parts I just bought. Did I buy any bumpers? No, okay, so you don't have any bumper models for this one. Cool. I'll get the doors. Don't need the fenders. We do need windows, because there's no windows. I don't know if there's... I need the hood. Trunk, windshield. Did you have mirrors for the aftermarket? Yeah, it did. That was weird. You had... the only vehicle that had mirrors for an aftermarket kit. That's so... No, I don't want that. I want this. I like how when I get parts, they're all black. And then, I mean, I'm going to have to repaint this thing anyways. I think I'm going to keep this one. You know what? And I have my custom license plates. Just wanted to know, what's your favorite car? It's actually a car I actually own. It is a 454 big block 1969 Oldsmobile with a four-wheel drive, like, manual engagement. I have one of those with a 4-speed manual. I don't know why it's 4-speed, but it was a project that me and my uncle built a long time ago because he has a Plymouth Roadrunner, and that's kind of what got me into building muscle cars. And I also found out that car is super rare, and I did not know that at the time. But I'll tell you what, still faster than a Lamborghini. It won't take off faster than a Lamborghini because, you know, aerodynamics and such, but no, it's got a lot of power. And with the four-wheel drive option, if you have it in four-wheel drive where you actually got to race it, I could take off pretty quickly if I put it in second gear, pull the parking brake up and press down on the gas pedal. As soon as I press that lever in, right, I will just take off. And I probably could take off a Lamborghini. I can outrace it from the top end, but a lot of vehicles don't beat, like, if it's a mile-long race, yeah, I win. But if it's like a quarter mile, I don't know. Oh yeah, no, they're great. And like I said, the engines, like how big the engines are, like I've like my car, the Oldsmobile company. I'm about to go into history, and people will like Google this on Wikipedia. I'm like, oh, you're wrong. When you research something, guys, don't look at the beginning of Google Wikipedia. You actually have to research your vehicle. If you don't, you're never actually going to find out what you want. But Oldsmobile was one of the first companies, and everyone's like, oh, Mercedes was. I'm like, no, Mercedes was not. Mercedes copied Oldsmobile, but Oldsmobile made a lot of different types of engines, V8, V6, V2. They missed the V4, sadly. And the V10. They had a V10 made. I've never had the V10 option, but the car that I have was designed for racing. It's got close to 3,500 horsepower. But like, that's impossible. Like, no. I've seen people that have way more horsepower than that in a muscle car. Now, they're not obviously cars you're legally allowed to drive on the road. They're like meant for drag strips. But no, you can Google it. You'll find people with like close to 5,000 horsepower in cars. You know, you'll see big engines, lots of intakes, everything. It's like, it's not impossible. It's just ridiculously stupid because the reason why we don't do that a whole lot is because they're not fuel efficient. Like, they're only meant to go down the drag road. You don't want to go down a course or anything like that because you'll spin out because you have way too much power. That's one issue is a lot of these old cars, as modern cars, you can only do so much, but they're made out of such weak material. But an old car, you could put a lot of stuff into them. I mean, you have to start changing axles, transmissions, and everything like that. But, no, I've met people that had way more horsepower than my car does. And they did it a lot better than mine. right? Like they'll do theirs for dragging, right? Mine doesn't have drag tires, but sucks the government doesn't want you to have the fun anymore. I really wish I could have seen a street race. Well, street racing was never really legal, but they're just trying to ban all the racing. But like my car originally, I could do street racing with it, but like I said, with 3,400 horsepower, I don't even know if I would win a street race. Yeah, I got more power. Yes, I got more speed. And like I said, with the four-wheel drive, I can drift, but my car is so loud and torquey that going sideways all the time, I might break something. Now, if I went back to, if I went back to the 454 that I had, because, by the way, I don't have a 454 big block in it anymore. It's sitting on a stand next to the car. I have a V12 put in it from a Jaguar. Yes, it fit. It sucked. There's still a radiator in front of it. There's no fan. Like, there's no, like, big giant fan. It's all plastic fans. And I've had to open up my fenders for intake because it was that bad. Like, it was horrible. And, yes, in the back of the car, there is a rad that spins because I don't have enough coolant in that car to survive. It'd probably blow up. But like if I put the 454, I think with the 454 that we had, I think I had close to 700 horsepower because there was a turbo with the V8. Like it did have a turbo. Like it had two built in already with the engine. Like you don't have to have that. It's an aftermarket feature and we had it on. So I was pushing almost 700 horsepower in that car, which is still pretty damn good. And that thing was fast. Like it had enough power I could spin both wheels. Because Ken Block's car, his Mustang was about 1,500 horsepower. So I can get there no problem. My car didn't sit as low as his, though. So I could definitely, like I said, I could definitely make mine better. Because we were working with what we had. But after seeing his car, there's a few things I would change with mine. Like how I have a manual shifter. He's got what we call a slap shifter, where he could just push up and push down to shift up and down really easy. And he's got a throttle stick where he could just pull it to give it more power so you can go around corners better. I don't have that. I have a gas pedal. That's it. So there's a few things I would change. Because I think he's got a stick directly hooked up to his throttle and all that. So he can give it more power on corners and stuff, which I wish I had. I can do that, but I didn't know about that until now. And now that I just have my car by myself, and which I'll try to get a video of it when I go home. Like I said, I've never had, people call me a liar, but I'm like, I've never had a phone down home. Now, this is the first time I'm going to go home with a phone. So I get to see pictures of my truck. If my car is still in that garage, I don't know. No one's been over there in years. I didn't even see it last time I was home, so I don't even know if my car still exists. I just have a square body truck that's rusting in a ditch. I don't know why it's in a ditch. I don't know. It was on a platform. The platform broke. So we'll see. But yeah, there's many things I want to do. So yeah. If it fits, it sits. Yeah, pretty much. You know what's funny? I'm seeing everyone kind of responding and ignoring everything I said about my stream. Panther, you're the only one who actually joined. Did you know that? I haven't seen any other furries join. At least they haven't commented. I used to have actually a lot of people who were furries, and then the whole Twitter incident happened. Between three cars, 72 Roadrunner, 67 Mustang, and a Stingray. Well, I'll tell you this. If it comes to a Roadrunner, get a 67 Roadrunner or 69. 72 is alright, but I don't like the style of it. 67 or 65 would be good for a Roadrunner. A Mustang depends. Because I'm a Chevy guy myself, but I have a taste of pretty much every car. Unless it's a BMW, then I don't want nothing to do with it. But for a Mustang, now there's many different types of like Mustangs, but a dream Mustang I've had, if anyone's ever seen Gone in 60 Seconds, I want a fastback Mustang from 1969, and I want a 302. Now 302 isn't the best of engine, but it just made sense in that car. They look good. I like that year look. Like I said, 65 or 67 Roadrunner. That's what my uncle had. That's what got me in old cars. That's what built us ours. And for a Stingray, again, between 1965 and 1970 is usually my favorite years of vehicles. Now, some trucks I could do 1980, but for most of those muscle cars, Those were their best years. At least for Dodges, 1971 and older. Like if you look at a Dodge Charger, the 1970, like from Dukes of Hazzard, long rear end, long front end. 1971, stubby back end. Stubby back end. Why was it stubby? I don't like it. There are some models that changed it, but I don't know. I've always been a little ticked off with that with Dodge. Oh, but you know what? Panther, hold on. Hold on. I want a long car, you know? Yes. You know what? Chevy Impala. I don't know if anything gets longer than that. But hold on. Nope. That's not it. Is this it? Yeah. What year is this one? Yeah, 70. See? Roadrunner. 70 Roadrunner. See, why would you want 71? Look at that. I mean, the color's a little weird, but look at it. This is based off the actual car. Look at that. Sleek design, right? Big ol' Hemi. Cause you're talking about the Plymouth Roadrunner or the Roadrunner, right? This is the Plymouth Roadrunner. You're talking about a 71. This is a 70. Yeah, they have those DLCs in this game. I don't really want this car right here. You're just gonna. I know. You know what? I'm gonna sell you. I don't really care enough about this car. Well, it's a V8 because you know there's many V8s. You have small block V8. You know, small block, big block, big block. This thing, I mean, this is aftermarket. You could do this in real life, but yeah. Normally it's about 390, about 400. Yeah, it's a big block. It's a 440 Hemi. Right? There is, if you want the Charger style. Hold on. Hold on. I think I have it. I have to read. I read from the bottom up. I'm weird. I think this is it. Yep. You also have this nice baby. Can't go wrong. Big block. Like, look at it. Dodge Charger, baby. The headlights are there, but it's just so sexy. I don't know. Well, I mean, it's pretty big. Kind of big. You know what I don't understand? Beautiful classic car, right? BMW. Beautiful classic car. Tiny BMW. They are disappointing, yes. What is in here? Inline 4. Disappointing. Beautiful car. You know what? Hold on. You know what? Hold on. Not this car. I was talking about a Mustang earlier. You want to see something nuts? Hold on. This is a car that I was building. So I'll show you two cars. So I call them my project cars in this game because I don't know, I'm dumb in this game and I like to have fun. So there's two cars that I have now made project cars of. Yeah, BMW is always a point. I hate working on them and I hate using them. So I have two cars in this game because there is a car that's supposed to be really fast. If I can remember what it was called, that'd be great. But I don't remember what it's called. I'm reading through it. I'll find it. This one? Yeah, okay, there's that one. And then I'm looking for... How many of these do I have? Is this it? Nope, that's not it. If you notice, you're going to see a lot of Mustangs, which, in case you're wondering, was what that car was. Where is it? This one? Yep. Nope. Nope, that's still not it. Is it? Hold on. There's a car I'm trying to look for. I can't find it. Oh, that's the one with the Hemi in it. So what did I put my V8 into? Well, what, are you telling me that I have a Mustang somewhere that it has power that I don't know? That would make sense, actually. Hold on, 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 hold on. Maybe I did pass it. Hold on. I have to remember. It's been a second since I've played the game. It is you. Okay. I think I'll find out in a second. So, I have this car, right? This car is unstable. If you can tell, the wheels are big. I don't like modern cars, but this is what I thought, which is the fastest car in the game, sadly, because I can't do. I'm only on a console, so I can't put any mods in for actual proper like bigger engines. So this has almost 2,600 horsepower. Great, right? Yep, I think that's the Mustang. This thing has 1,018, right? So we're gonna take both of these cars to a drag strip. I'm gonna take one, and I'm gonna take the other, and I'm gonna show you. Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna show you something. So yeah, this car is still faster than that car. If I had a longer racetrack, I bet you I could go faster. But like, if I could take, because it's weird, because I can't. If I could stick this engine into that car, which if I had a mod I could, but like I said, I'm on a console, so one day I'll get this game on a PC and I can do stuff because people can like put more turbos and stuff on it. Can't do that. So I'm doing is what I can with console, okay? But I'm gonna take this car first, and then I'm gonna take that car. Yeah, I know that car's slower, but you're gonna be amazed. So yeah, I know this car is faster. It's aerodynamic. Like I said, it's got almost 3,000 or almost 2,600 horsepower. So yeah, it's got speed, but it's pretty damn unstable to drive. So yeah, and I'll just race it like by like we'll just take it. You know what? You know what? Panther, name a brand of a vehicle, and then say old or new, and I'll pick it as an opponent against this car. Go ahead, pick one, because there's a lot of different cars in this game that I can race. You name it. There's a lot. A Corvette, old. Oh, we have this Corvette. We have this Corvette. We have that Corvette. We have that Corvette. That's a modern one. I don't know what Corvette you want, but we have a bunch. So you name it. We have this one, this one, this one, this one. We even have a modern one. Okay. I go off the ranking because there's rankings for the cars. Oh, what? Wrong button. Let's do this one. Let's give it. What gives you the most power? The supercharge. Let's give you slicks. So that gives you your 442. See, it's still A ranking, but we're gonna show you something. Normally I can skip gears in a car. In this car I can't. The one I'm driving. But it's weird because I wish I could put this in the old car. Now I've seen, like I said, if I had a PC, which I will plan on getting eventually, you could put a mod in, and all it is like a different transmission and rear end. But I have to try to remember how to shift this because it's unstable. It's even with slicks. Like I have 8 gears put in this car manually. Like look how fast I'm going. I'm going almost. I went about 475 kilometers an hour in a matter of seconds, to the point where that car is disqualified. Its top speed was 247. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, yeah. I will say, for a modern car, right? That is a modern car. but it sounded like shit. Let's go grab my Mustang. Now, it isn't a Ford engine. These are big block Chevy engines, these overcharged ones, and they're just this game doesn't, like I said, it's got license for a lot of engines, but it doesn't have sounds. To have sounds of actual engines is also another license that would cost a fortune, which also means it would cost a fortune to buy any of these DLCs. They didn't do that. So it's just a generic supercharged engine, so it sounds like shit, but it just feels better. So we're going to do the exact same thing, except we're going to verse the same car as what we were just in. Like, I can't verse my car because they don't have my car as an opponent, because I would never be able to beat it. And I would guess the AI would know how to shift it better, but we're going to take it against a similar car, because I can. So we just went from about 2,600 horsepower to a car that has 1,018. Great. I'm excited. It's a modern car. Quick, yep. I have slicks, right? These are all slicks. Yeah, I have slicks on this one, as you can see. It has got a nice V8 supercharged engine. If you notice the red and silver, those are all aftermarket parts. So this thing is good. It's also not brown. It's black, but these cars do get dirty. So let's go in. Let's get into it. It's funny because there's another version of this car too. Let's go take it back to the Drake Strip. Because I had this exact engine and that Dodge Charger that we just saw, that orange one. That's why I had orange rims, and it was quick. But this thing went a little bit faster. Same exact transmission set to the same ratio. It's one of the best engines I can put in one of these old cars, because it won't let me put anything modern in, which I get it. Old engines were just a little bit tougher, but I wish I could do more with the engine. So now we're going to go against, like, we're almost 900 ranking already. Like, we're almost in the Pro League. So, you know what? Everyone wants these Hellcats, right? Let's give it some slicks. And this is based kind of like off of, like, the engines in these Hellcats these are 1,000 horsepower engines, by the way. That's that wide body one. That's a 1,000 horsepower engine. Now, obviously, the rating would be different in real life. Like, different places have different ratings for vehicles, you know. Some would be a higher ranking, some would be lower. But, yeah, that's a Hellcat. Everyone wants a Hellcat. What's so good about a Hellcat? I have 1,000 horsepower in this car. About 300 kilometers an hour. Sure, it doesn't go no 400, but 340 for a Mustang. And I just disqualified a Hellcat. I'm pretty happy. Let's go find the car that I was in right here. Normal version. There's a Thor version, right? Now it's slowly, kind of slightly outranked, and this is the modern car I was just in. Now this one I think is the 1,500 horsepower version. So we'll see if I beat it. Now, my car doesn't take off that fast. I changed the gear ratio, so we're going to stick it in the second gear. Because, yeah, I call it a boost mode. It works sometimes. Or I'll blow the car up, who knows. It was starting to catch up. It definitely is faster than my car at the top, like when it gets to the end, but it's only a mile long radius, so any longer and I might have been screwed on that one, because like I said, you can only do so much with these cars. I'm really sad about that. I really wish they would change that so that I could do more with the cars that I'm given, because, like, I don't know. If I could do more with my V8 and just make it better, or even put a V10, because they had old school V10 engines. Heck, I can't imagine what I could do with these cars. But And there's a little bit of Mustang versus the modern car. Also, Panther, I don't know if you're still here, but like when it came to your car decision, I guess it depends on which brand you lean more towards. You lean towards Ford more, Dodge more, Chevy more. That's kind of like how I picked the vehicles that I liked. They're all good classics, but you just want to lean more towards which one's your favorite to own, I guess. I kind of want to get an Impala. Like, I have my muscle car, but wouldn't mind having an Impala. I just learned more towards the style of the body. Well, they all had similar body styles. They're all longer than the parking lots we're allowed to park in. So I guess it's... Well, the brands change a lot, between how much the parts cost, what I don't know, style of engines, like I said, body style, like, you know, or this is an old school car, but it's got a unique body. It's not flat, right? It's round. I mean, I have a Mach 1 in this game, a Mach 1 Mustang. Like you said a Mustang. You never said which Mustang. I have the Mach 1. You know what? I don't hate it either. I kind of like it. It's unique body style for sure, but I like it. I like it. It's got a Dodge engine in it. I like it. Most muscle cars are show stealers, even if the paint, scratched. There's no back seat in this car? Apparently not. Really? There's no back seat? Are you just... Really? There's no back seat in this car? That's weird. Nope, no back seat. Okay. Never mind. Close the door. She's so clean looking though. She's just so massive. Like there's so much room for activities in here. Like you could put the radiator. So if you put the radiator, because a lot of like cars that have bigger engines, they put the radiator in this gap right here. Or I've seen people where they take the radiator, they get the electric ones that will fit in the plastic, and then the fan, if they still want like the metal fan, it will be right in this opening, and then this whole bay would be the engine. That's what I did. What I had to do with mine. Actually, I think I have my car in this game. Obviously not the same version I have because for some reason they limit all these cars to what I can actually do, and I'm really upset about that. But I think I have it. I just gotta remember what they called it in this game. Is that it? I know it might be considered a war crime to car guys, but I wondered how much engineering it would take to put a propeller plane engine to a car. Honestly, not that hard. People have done that quite a bit, actually. It just, I don't know. I know propellers are better power and all, but yeah, this is my car. My actual car is pretty much the same, except all this is black, and then this section, like these sections here with the red stripes, are actually, well, they're red, and then this all black. The next step, jet engine. I mean, you could if you open up the trunk, you could put a jet engine in. But yeah, this is the car I have. As you can see, mine's kind of simple. I don't know why they put the world's tiny, because all the radiators for these old cars are all the same in this game. Technically, the radiator is actually supposed to be between here and here length, so that's what I didn't understand. Plus, they don't use wiring because the game didn't want to be too complicated. So mine has has one fan here and one fan here. It's got two fans, and then it's got like a little one here, a little one in the corner, and then it repeats on that side. And then yeah, I have a V12, which pretty much takes like the back engine is almost touching, and then I have no firewall, and yeah, it fits the whole area. And then I have a battery actually. It's actually my battery's here, and I have a second one here. And then my fuse box and everything are like there's like a shelf that we built, like a metal shelf that goes around like your fender here, and it's mounted there. And that's how mine is. So yeah, my engine's like full, and there's no metal fan. Like I said, it's all electric. And then I have little cutouts right about here to cycle air in. And then I have a massive skid plate. And then I got 2 turbos. And then they have their own little exhaust that comes out right here for when you turn on the turbo. Because I could turn mine on and off. Like I have a boost button I can pull, it turns it on. Because like I said, I don't need to have a shot of 3,500 horsepower getting on and off a trailer. Like I turn 4-wheel drive off, so it's just this, which is like, it sucks, but yeah. And then I put different seats in this one because my actual car has like harnesses and a roll cage, which I couldn't put in this game, so I'm pretty upset about that. But yeah. And also my gas tank is also like to fill a lot of old cars like this. It's right behind the license plate. So yeah, that's just basically what my car looks like. Such a beautiful car. I miss my car. I can't wait to see it when I go home, if it's still there. It could totally be gone. I would never know. That's a sad thought to think about. All right, back to building you. I just remembered you're a Corvette. That makes sense, actually. I don't know why I was thinking you were a Ford. Let's get back to buying. So we want 195 by 70, and we're gonna put slicks on it because I feel like it. 195 by 70. Yeah, that sounds about right. Right? Yep. And then the rims. The rims I can pick with any type of rims I want. What do the classic rims look like? That's not bad. Steelies. I'm okay with that. Now we gotta buy. That's the one annoying thing about this game is going through all of this. But I mean, hey, no different from real life. It just takes way longer in real life. For this, I could just spam my fingers. And then there's also an aftermarket store, and certain parts can be bought here, like my entire exhaust system, which usually you can actually get aftermarket. Like you can pretty much get aftermarket of any parts, but normally when it comes to like exhaust systems, anything to do with your engine, those are typically what you would go with. Starter. I was like, why is it not a V8 starter? I forgot this one doesn't have. It's so weird. This car doesn't have the V8 in it. There is a V8 version of this car in this game. There are certain versions of this car, like each of these old cars, that are only inline engines. And I don't understand why. We haven't used inline in those engines in a long time. But I will put aftermarket brakes in it. As you can see, they didn't come up with the search, but boom. Brakes. Not that it's going to matter because it's only going to really lock my front end, but whatever. That's why I try to get people to come in and have conversations with me about literally anything. Because then this goes by, I'll engage in the conversations, and it's just fun. If no one ever talks and I'm just talking pretty much, it can get real boring real quick. I mostly stream just to engage with people. Oh, battery. No, we don't need a battery. Why would you ever need a battery in a vehicle? Come on now. I just remembered I need to get a fuse box cover for that one. Yeah, and this doesn't have an ECU because it's an old car. The way I like it. No fancy computer telling me my car doesn't work. See the point in streaming. I've been trying to find reasons to stream recently. Like I said, I only have a certain amount of time before I go back home. And when I go back to the farm, I told people I'm not likely to game for a long time, you know, always busy on a farm, but I still try to like record videos like of what I'm doing, like what I'm driving, like the tractor or fixing my truck or flipping the quad. Hopefully I don't do that, but I never know because I'm not the smartest. But busy is good, and I'm actually excited to be busy because like the last couple, like the last month, I haven't like I've been trying to get a job, but it's been pretty difficult. Not not gonna try to sound racist or anything, but not a good location for a hardworking man as myself. I even tried applying at like places I would never want to work, like at like a Shell or a 7-Eleven, you know, just places like that, because I'm a mechanic. And a lot of farmers where I am are they retire. I've never met a farmer that retired before. It's kind of like a way of life, so I can't wait to go back to the farm. I told my grandparents I don't care if I ever get any land. I'm just happy to go back there. And no one ever really wants to work on the farm. Like, why? It's pretty fun. I mean, we have tractors. I like tractors. I don't like working on them, but I like tractors. They're fun. I'm not gonna let. There's a tractor that I have that was given to me, and it's a crank start tractor. And if anyone knows what those are, you'll know my pain. I have to go start it, and if people who don't know, there's a crank rod, like a crank thing you have. You put it in the front of the tractor. You gotta turn it, and if it kicks, that thing will swing and it can break your arm. But it's cool. It's an old International. Now, I don't have to use that. I can get a drill adapter, just put it to a drill, but we'll see what happens. If I can just get the damn thing to start, it'd be great, because I'm going to get my truck stuck since it's only two-wheel drive, and I got to get it to my Uncle Bob's place so I can actually, do that. Okay, cool. Someone's coming over there. Cranking. Yeah, it's great. I mean, I'm not so excited to crank it, only in the fact, like, the tractor. Here you go, Panther. You said you were on a farm, right, Panther? Or like work on a farm, something like that. Oh no. So the tractor has sat for close to. Yeah, if I remember. Okay. But the tractor has sat for 18 years. So if that doesn't tell you anything, I don't know what will. For a lot of people who know, like they don't have to know anything about vehicles, but the fact, like if you get what I'm saying, it sat for 18 years, and I'm gonna go attempt to crank start it with a lever. Like, 'cause normally you can like try to boost the vehicle and whatever and try to turn it with the key. I'm just a job where I can make engine parts. Oh, fair enough. But yeah, no, it sat for 18 years about. So it's not hard to get those things running. Like you'll see people that will start vehicles that sitting for close to 100 years. You have to just put fluid in. You got to crank it by hand. You got to put a wrench. Basically, got to take the whole front end apart. You got to put a wrench on the crankshaft, pull it, and you got to slowly. And if I cannot move that crank, she's done. But if I can get it to spin at least, heck, I mean, I'll give it an attempt. Because the key's there, so if I can get it to at least spin over, I'll try to see if I can find a fresh battery for it or buy one. Heck, I'll just start the damn tractor. Oh, yeah, because it's summertime. So yeah, if I can get it to start, I should be able to start it without using the crank, because usually the crank is meant more for when it's cold. Unless I could put a pony motor on it. For you who don't know, pony motor is an assistant motor that starts big engines or old engines. It's a little tiny one-cylinder like engine that will run and spin the giant pulley that will turn everything. So yeah, it's we call them. I think there's another name, but we just call them pony motors. And yeah, usually any big old engine that needs like assistant to run or whatever, it's got a little one cylinder. Like you have like two levers, one to start your little engine and one to start your main engine, which you need to crank beforehand. But yeah, surprisingly, I don't have any um like shotgun igniters or anything like that. Like some old tractors, you put like a shotgun shell in. Like they're all blanks, of course. They're not actual live rounds. It's just the gunpowder, and they're just blanks. And they'll put them in like to like a little chamber, and you can fire them, and it can start your engine over. Cause like the explosion will move something, and then you can just turn the key and put it in together. I don't think I have one of those on the farm. Now that I think about it, am I really gonna have to stick to doing that manual? And you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm gonna break my arm. It's gonna happen. I never broke my arm, but I'm gonna break it on that tractor. I have a feeling. I'm pretty strong. For people have looked at me like, "Oh, you're skinny." I'm skinny, but I ain't weak. If you've done mechanics your life, you'll know that it doesn't matter. If you stick to mechanics for a while or anything doing with vehicles, you'll know it doesn't matter if you're skinny or whatever, small. You're pretty damn strong because you usually get stuff dropped on you a lot. I also know more swear words than I meant to know. It comes natural with the job, unfortunately. And I'm not ashamed to say that. School was very difficult for me. There's a rule that you're not allowed swearing, and mechanic class, or as we call it, shop class, was a different time. Especially when that engine head fell on my foot. I had steel toes because I've always wore steel toes, but man, there was times. But hey, when I'm out in the bush working on a vehicle, I can swear as much as I want and yell as much as I want, because guess who will hear me? Only me. But I can't. I've been in the city for almost a year now, and I hate the city. I cannot wait to go back to the country. On the farm, play with the cows, run away from the bull because bulls are scary. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not a cowboy. I'm just a farmer and a mechanic. I don't want to play with the bull. It's a really big bull. I think it can break bones like nothing. So I don't want to go play dodge the bull. There's also a lot of holes I can trip in. The prairie dogs have been pretty bad. Or as people call them, gophers and stuff. There's different names for a lot of animals, but they're basically just gophers. We call them prairie dogs because the prairies. I don't know how we figured out all these names for animals and stuff, but, you know, it's hilarious. I'm excited. I can't wait to go home. I just downloaded Battleship on my phone that me and my aunt can play on. It's an online multiplayer. So, just earlier we were playing Battleship on our phones, and it was hilarious. Okay, well, oh, wait, hold on. I gotta stick that in. And we need that. Alright, now we have to buy whatever remaining parts that we don't have. Well, that's not an aftermarket part, and neither is that. These are. The wires and alternator, I can get that aftermarket. Panther, so I have a question for you. Are you not a furry? Did you just join the server because why not? Because I've met a lot of people on that server that weren't furries, and I'm not mad. It's interesting. Oh, the arm here. Oh, I guess I don't have a power steering pump. That's okay. I don't have a belt either. That's okay. Don't need that. Why would I ever need a belt for an engine? Not like it makes it spin. Panther, are you still there? It says there's 3 people here, but I haven't heard anyone else comment. Is that it for the engine? It won't let me. Why can I not click anything? There we go. Am I missing anything on this engine? Nope. Alright, let's go throw you in a car and see what happens. If you explode, not my problem. It's at 100%. Yeah, it fits. Oh yeah, you know what? I forgot to... I need to get the front shocks all good. See, I see that weird thing where like people like have them all zip tied. These things. I don't know if people know they make these tools so that we don't have to play Russian roulette because those springs, if they pop, they can shatter your bones in a second. I'd rather not play Russian roulette with a shock. I'd rather just use the machine. You know, it's like one of those things like shut up and take my money, because that's safety. You know, it's old. It's simple. It's just a jack, right? Like you just put it's just a little pump jack basically, and it just goes, and you can slowly release it back together. It makes it so much safer. I don't know who wants to play Russian roulette with that, but I don't. But it would be yeah, I've been hit by one of those in the leg by one of these springs. Even like little ones, they hurt like hell. So yeah, that's why I'm like safety. But Panther, I did ask you a question, but I guess you weren't here. Are you a furry? Wheel balance. Take tire off. I'm only asking, like, because I've met a lot of people who weren't furries and all that. Like, if you're not, that's fine. No one cares if you are or not on the server. It's just, like, I don't know if it even said if it was a furry server or not, but I'm just curious. Why hang out with a bunch of furries if you're not a furry? It's just an honest question. I don't mean to like put you on a spot or anything. I'm just actually curious. Not a furry in a furry server. There's a lot of furries. There's a lot of people who aren't furries in that server. Like, it's not against the rules. It's just a lot of people there are not furries, including one of the admins. It's all good. What was I doing? Oh yeah, putting this. I was gonna put the engine together first. I've been a furry since beginning of COVID. Oh, so you haven't been a furry for very long. Cause what? When was COVID? 2021? No, that's when I graduated. When 2018? I can't even remember. Oh God, that whole year just slowed right down for me. That's when the online school stuff happened. Yeah. I mean, I've been a furry for 14 years. So you are a furry. Oh, that's cool. Mid 2019 makes sense. I can't remember that whole section of life. Just seemed to slow down. Not a good time in my life either. A lot of stuff happening. As you say, my personal life, as people would say. It was not fun. It was like constantly playing Russian roulette by myself. With a fully loaded gun. I did hate high school. Oh, gotcha. No, you're right. We'll put fluids in it after. Just ting ting. I forgot about the fuel pump. I got the fuel tank. I'm like, I didn't even buy the fuel pump. There we go. Aftermarket fuel pump. I don't expect this car to have a whole lot of power since it's just an inline 6, but inline 6s are pretty sturdy, so we'll see what happens. So we'll put this engine together. I'm glad I can make people laugh. That is what I tended to do. But I don't know. Like, I'm 6 feet tall, and I know for a fact that this is too. I would hit my head against everything underneath this car. Like, look, Lily. Like, I'm 6 feet. And I know for a fact that this is head height for me because we had one of these. I got the 4-point because normally like the 4-point's like an extra like 2 feet up. Cause like yeah, literally I would like bumpers. I'd be like. People are like, what? I have a mark on my forehead, like it's a little black mark, because I've smashed my head against leaf springs, just these, so many times. Like, you should wear a hard hat. I'm like, then I can, because I can't fit my head in anything. I visually said it because I visually did it in real life many times. I know people would get it. how'd you get your concussion? Oh, I don't know, just low, like it doesn't look like this car is high enough. Like I like just sitting in my chair right now. Like I'm kind of hunched over, just because I know for a fact this is. I know my guy's short in this game, but this is definitely this would be my forehead height, and I'd be like, and I'd be knocked out on the ground right about here. And then I'd be like, can I crouch? Hold on, can I crouch? Hold on. Is there not a button to crouch? Oh yeah. I'd be like down here like, and I just be sitting here staring at the roof for the light, just like, just with my head hurting because I knocked myself out from hitting the tire. Cause like I'd be like holding apart, walk as quick as I can, and just look up, concussion. Or like you'd be laying under, like the car would be lowered, and I'd be like on the creeper, and I'd hit it, do the same thing. It's really relatable pain in my head. Yeah. On the bright side, since I'm skinny, I can stick my hand in an engine bay. You know, all these modern cars, you can barely fit, you know, your arm in like an engine bay. I can, two fat guys, like a 6'7" and 7'3" Power Stroke, like you have like little sensors, and you literally have to put your arm in and twist it and go backwards just to feel the sensor, and it's like, you know, thousands of concussions. Surprisingly, I've only had one concussion, and that was my highway. My head's gotten so tough from hitting my head against everything that I'm pretty sure that's what saved my head. It's like rock solid. I also, this is a joke people will understand. You know, have you ever played the Olympics when it comes to ball hitches on trucks? Or the receiver hitches, I guess people call them out here. Yeah, you know when you like go through a parking lot and people like the trucks are backwards and all their ball hitches are out, and you know for a fact like this makes my shin hurt, and you know like even if you own a truck and you go around it and you smash your shin against it, I've gotten my leg my shin so strong. Like you see those bodybuilders where they'll do the shin training. I already did that. Sucks on them. I've hit my legs because their shin training. They do that on purpose, right? When we hit our legs against ball hitches, we're not planning on doing that. That's by accident. It hurts way more because we're not ready, right? So when I go to the back of a truck, my body automatically applies my internal brakes to look behind the truck. Even if the truck doesn't have a ball hitch, I will walk behind the truck like it does because of that pain. I have hit my leg probably a good few hundred times. So I've hardwired it to my brain like, oh, there might be a hitch, even if there isn't. And even if there isn't, I still walk around it. Because somehow my brain's telling me there's still an invisible hitch. It just knows. Then there was the one time I went to go behind a car, right? Walk around in a car. And for the first time, I saw a car with a hitch. That was surprising and painful at the same time. Because I've never really seen a car with a hitch. I walked around and ting. Oh, it was sat so much lower it hurt, a different spot. I walk so fast, it's practically like I'm jogging, so the ball hitches hurt. Yeah, I used to do that. Now, as soon as I reach when I'm around the front of the truck, sure, I'm speedy. But as soon as I go to the back of the truck, my brain will make me stop. Like I'll grab the side of the truck and I'll stop myself, and then I'll walk slowly around it because then I'm like, yeah, I'm probably gonna hurt myself. It just happened too many times. Also, something that I like doing in real life but costs way too much money. That's why I like doing this game. Is like, if you guys were following on, I'll pan through. You will. This car started out from the junkyard, right? It was all rusty, everything like that. Now look at it, all brand new parts. Like, is that not satisfying? Like, she's all shiny and brand new now. Like, look at these aftermarket parts going on. Like, she's just so nice. And then we're gonna race it. I race every vehicle, tradition. Like, there's not, like, it shows how much I paid for the car. And everything. Let's see. Right now, it tells me I bought the car for about almost $5,400 at a junkyard, right? I'm making almost a $55,000 profit on this car, and the car's not even done. I gotta finish this side, and then I have to go take it to the dyno. Like this engine, it tells me normally. So this car had 261,000 kilometers. Does not weigh a whole lot. Like it tells you all the basics about the car. It also tells it if it's complete or not. This car had 145 horsepower. This engine, but stock, right? I have a lot of aftermarket parts. That's what the shiny, silver, and red are. And a lot of those parts I can't even change. So when I get this car fully done, all that. Also, I have to go take it to the alignment shop, which is all in the same garage, pretty much as the paint shop. Because I learned this, like, if you don't actually, like, when you put all these tires on and remove it, your alignment's out of whack. And when you go to race with unaligned tires, it actually really, really changes something. So that's really cool. I'm glad they added that in this game. I remember that wasn't a feature. You could just have tires that are all messed up and you could drive straight line. Didn't make any sense, but now it does. This car's almost done. I still gotta put fluid in it because obviously, like, I don't have to put windshield washer fluid in because, like, I can't activate the lights or anything like that for some reason. That kind of sucks. But it sucks. A lot of the PC games have like games like this where, like, you can build your car, race it, do everything, and there's wear and tear in your car, right? This game doesn't have really wear and tear. It just has like your paint will get old type deal or whatever. So now it's just the interior. And yeah, now this car is worth almost $72,000. It's not a V8 sadly, but we're gonna move it to test path. That's where the alignment is. We're going because we need to put the interior in because if you notice, there's no seats or steering wheel, so we're going to have to do that. Oh, this is for the Lotus. This is for you. It even says which one's for the Lotus. So, all right. We have to go. See, these are the wheel alignments. These actually make sense. Okay, the wheels align, but we are gonna paint it, but there's no fluid, so let's put some oil in. Okay. Put some brake fluid in because we are gonna need those. Like I said, we don't actually need windshield washer fluid. That's not important for your vehicle to start. Brake fluid's important because that's how you use brakes. It's not just like people like, oh, you just press your brake pedal. I'm like, no, there's fluid that causes pressure. It acts like a hydraulic cylinder in a way. Power steering fluid. I'm going to need that to turn. Not completely important, but I think the game makes you have that anyways. Coolant. We're gonna need that. With an engine like this with aftermarket, I got about 5 minutes where it overheats without coolant. So put coolant in it, and that should be good. We have all our spark plugs. We got a new battery, like a brand new battery right off the lot. Engine oil, good stuff. We don't actually have to put fuel in the car, which is weird. I guess it already comes with a tank of fuel. Hold on, let's test it. Let's make sure I did something right. Good, beautiful. I don't know if anyone heard that, but she runs. Now let's go paint it. What do you think, Panther? What should we paint this car? I think factory was white, but we can do anything. Factory, it's really? That's factory? Why were you white then? Because there's also liveries. There is a race. There's a few race liveries. A nice blue. You want any liveries with that? Any stripes or anything like that? You have like 2 race liveries. You have a black double stripe, and then you have a white stripe. Because I can make it blue. Here. It is a New Brunswick license plate, yes. The white stripes. You want the white stripes? Okay. And yes, it's New Brunswick because I'm from New Brunswick. So my code name, which I use on Discord and everything, is Wolf. And then my plates because that's where I'm from, and I can't wait to go back home. Oh, I gotta change. What's going on? Why is the blue not showing up? Why is the blue not showing up? Oh, there we go. How's that for blue? What do you think? That's blue, apparently. You're from Quebec? Oh. Are Are you from the server, Crystal? Are we from the same server? It's so clean. Gotta go take it to the dyno or something so it runs. I was in New Brunswick last week. No, I just found your channel. Oh, well, thank you for finding it. For my channel. Why there's only 3 gears? I don't like that. I'm going to New Brunswick here in a couple weeks. I'm going back home and I cannot wait. Okay, well we'll see how that does. Oh, I do have a carburetor on this. There we go. That was easy. Let's see how much horsepower she cranks. Or she'll explode. This is the moment of truth. Well, welcome to my channel. But yeah, it's a New Brunswick plate because that's where I'm from. This game, I think, is in California because there's no snow. But no, yeah, I'm from New Brunswick. So all the cars that I like and keep in this game, I put New Brunswick plates on. I'm pretty sure the plates are now outdated in this game because I'm pretty sure it's different in real life. But wow, that's not a good horsepower rating. 240. You know what? I'll take it. It's only a 6-cylinder. Rank D. Really? I got almost. Why couldn't you be the V8? Well, let's take it. Let's see what you do. If you blow up, not my problem. Sounds pretty good for an inline 6. Not what an inline 6 sounds like, but it sounds pretty good. Crystal, I'm gonna ask a really, really dumb question. Don't mind me. I asked a lot of those. Are you a furry? Yes, Panther. I'm gonna ask everyone that question. I don't know why. I can't see anyone's profile picture on the little side. I bet if I went on my phone I could, but I can't on this. Let's go first. You know what? Let's go. We're ranked. This is a C. Okay, so this should beat me. So let's see. I don't know any of the gear ratio on this car, so we're about to find out if I need to change it or not. No, although I'm not very sure what that is. Understand? That's fine. I'm surprised you don't know. You know what? A lot of people don't know what a furry is. I don't even know if you want to be honest. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, so I have to shift between. Okay, got it. Wow, this gear ratio is terrible. This is terrible. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we don't need a fourth. So this is a special car design then, because the 4th gear doesn't work on this car. Okay, hold on. We gotta go change the transmission because this is horrible. It's also too slow. You need to go faster. At least it didn't explode. There's not enough power for it to explode. This was terrible. What did I think was gonna happen? I gotta change the transmission on this. Now that I know the transmission won't reach the max on the 3rd gear, I'm going to lower it because this is horrible. But normally a three speed is for drag racing, but in this game, 3 gears is not enough because you have to outshift them. But that thing did not have enough power to explode. All right, transmission. Let's change it because I don't like that. Let's and then let's lower. Let's lower to you a 2.5. Says you're not supposed to go faster than 230. That's fine. That's fine. That's. I was hoping the racing stripes make it go a little faster, but this is not the case. She's lacking in power. Let's see if this does any better. Same car. Didn't make me much. I don't know. I shift wrong on that one, so it's between 4 and 5. Normally it's between 5 and 6. But then again, this is a whole different engine. This is not a V8. Which is weird, because this car is usually a V8. So, old Corvette versus new. Oh, wait. Hold on, wait a second. No, this is a Camaro. This is the Camaro version of this car, isn't it? This is Camaro, I'm pretty sure. Or is this the Corvette? I don't know anymore. It's still the same car. That was horrible. This is still horrible. Yeah, as I say, it feels like the Camaro one. This is still horrible. Why don't I have power? Like, where did all the power go in this car? I mean, I know she's less than 200 horsepower. No, wait, she's more now. This is my max gear. I go 200. Do I want to... You know what? We'll try something. We'll try... This is how I know. So we're going to go to the King... This is like the King area. Why would I attempt the A-Class? I would be... We're going to see if this could be any of these cars. If not, I need to change the transmission completely. Because this is horrible. Like, I don't know. This is the only engine I can put in this one. If I find the same version of this car with an engine swap option, I will. What is that? Oh, that's a Mercedes. Holy shoot, wait, I'm beating a car? How is this possible? Guys, I'm beating a car. How is this possible? Was that not the finish? Oh god, the finish line is still up there. I'm about to max out my gear. Danger to man. Danger to everything. I won that. What am I versing next? Mark 7? That would be... Isn't that the Camaro that I just first at the warm-up practice? Don't tell me this is the Camaro I'm vers... No, I think I was looking at the wrong list. Or am I getting that son? I'm getting somewhat boost off the start now, but like I have 3 gears in this car. There we go. I just gotta hold the gas pedal. I'm going first person. That's a weird. The radio's right there by the steering wheel. That's. I would hit the steering wheel so many times by accident. I guess there was no point in putting drag slits on this, by the way. I don't have enough power for it to... Usually I do this so it doesn't have wheel spin. I don't think I have enough power to do wheel spins. Like, I don't think this car could do a burnout. Oh, they almost disqualified, too. Wow. Okay, I'm versing... I don't know what that car is. It's not a, It's not a DLC car, so it's not a licensed car, so I don't know. I'll have to look at it. If this car was modern, I would have the whole dash saying, warning, engine overheating, warning, traction control. I would have something. So I would have warnings for everything. Okay, I'm confident about this. Normally I'd put this car in second gear to have a better head start. But considering that's already half my gears. No. There we go, max gear. Like pretty much like when I get to like the 40, because this is all in like RPM, so that's what 40. That's 4,000. This is 4,000 RPM. Pretty much at this point, I can hear it start shaking, kind of. At this point, I'm watching my temperature gauge just go straight up, and about this point, yeah, this car would probably be shaking, like, and like Crystal said, yeah, danger to manifold. Yeah, I'd probably hear the bolts go ping, ping. I'd probably hear that, and I'd probably be scared. An Atom 330. Isn't the Atom... Is the Atom the Tesla? Don't tell me Atom's a Tesla. Am I versing a Tesla Model 3? Or am I verting the Lotus? Like a spaceship during Earth re-entry. Pretty much. I wouldn't be surprised if my hood just went psh. Oh my god, is that... Guys, it's a Tesla Model 3. A vehicle I don't like. Surely it's... Well, I was going to say, it's got more torque than I, because it's got multiple batteries. No, you can't beat me. What is this nonsense? I can't do anything about it either. This is my max speed. Where's the nitrous on this thing? I lost to a Tesla. This is not acceptable. We have some changing to do. You know what? If he wins by having 1 gear, we're going to win by 1 gear. This is a terrible idea, but this thing doesn't have a lot of power. I never got in a muscle car and had no power. Like this is terrible. Like it's like when you're prepared to have like an epic launch and your car just like takes off slowly. I pretty much put a grandma engine in my car. I'm like, I'm ready to accelerate. That's like when what was it? It's like when your parents like put like a lock on your computer or whatever. This is what it feels like. I never had a computer, so I don't know what that feels like. But basically, it feels like I have parental lock controls on this car. Like I want to take off and I can't. Oh, did everyone leave me already? 0 people are watching. Then again, YouTube is always wrong. What happened to Crystal and Panthro? Oh, my friends, they've left. You have the economy version. Of course. I mean, there's a lot more space to put stuff. You know what? We're doing 1 gear. 1 gear only. 9? No. What happens if I just crank you up? If I do that, that's horrible. What if I did that? If I did that. It's like a V6 Yeah, but those had more power still. This is horrible. Something tells me this is a terrible idea. I don't know what I just did with the ratio, but I'm going to find out. Either this is going to take off really fast, or I'm not going to take off. It only had a 3-speed, so I mean, what's one gear? The Tesla with one gear beat me. I'm pretty upset about that. I think I'm going to do my practice run with the Tesla now, because now I'm confused how this... I'm upset. If any of my cars lose against the Tesla, I'm upset. I used to call it a trash car. I don't want to call this Camaro trash, because it's not the V8 version. You. I'm going to give you slicks. I want to beat it. Alright, let's see how terrible this idea was. I could just find the version of this car that has the V8. Oh. 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 Guys. I've made a mistake. I can, but not in this car. There is different models of each car, and the model that I have is only the inline 6. So I gotta find this exact car with the different engine swap options. Guys, this is terrible. I mean, it gets to 200. Okay, we're gonna try one more thing, and if it doesn't work, I'm just gonna go find this exact car. Crystal, there is turbochargers on V8s. This thing doesn't have anything. It's got all aftermarket parts. Anything I can to boost this car, I put on it. I don't know why it sucks so bad. I lost to a Tesla, and I'm pissed. It's not even, the Tesla's not even fast. It's supposed to be beautiful. I have a great paint job, everything. Spent so much money building it. For what? So I'm pretty much just going to strip this entire car. And build another one. I'll try one more thing, and if it doesn't beat the Tesla, I'm just going to find the V8 version. Because this is terrible. Absolutely terrible. And then I'll have a supercharger. Because it's weird. This car has an option for... It has a V8. It has a supercharger. Everything. Right? Because it even has the hood. There's an option for the hood to have the cutout. But this model doesn't have it. Okay, I think the problem was... You know what? Let's try this. Let's do a 1.5 ratio. Okay, either I can shorten this or I can lengthen this. What happens if I do this? That means I got no first gear, I think. Okay. We'll try that, and if this doesn't work, then I'll do it one more time, and I'll put the first gear all the way down. I would like a little bit more response in this car. If I can get the wheels to spin at all. Because, like, it took off so incredibly slow. I could have a nap before it got up to speed. Probably could, actually. I should attempt that. That's safe. It's like, oh, how'd you get in your car accident? Oh, I just had a nap because my car is slow. And I crashed into a wall. At 20 kilometers an hour. It's so dramatic. They didn't even call the ambulance. They just laughed. Alright. I just want to see. Before I even text, before I get my butt whooped again, let's see. Let's see how fast she goes. She might explode this time. Because I don't know what I just did. Oh. I didn't hold my brake. Okay. I've made a very good decision. I am burning this car and getting a different one. Inline 6. I'll play around with it eventually off camera, see if I can get it to go, but it's an American Muscle and it doesn't have a V8. Yeah, but usually those cars have, I just saw your thing, it usually have V8s. This has an inline 6. This car is not even supposed to have the inline 6 in this model. I would even have took a V6. Yeah, usually about 4, between 3.9 and about 4.2 is usually a good ratio. That's usually what I keep all the cars at. But like I said, this car had 3 gears. I was trying to get any boost with the 1 gear I had. But let's each gear as much as I don't think she's gonna go, Crystal. She's just not moving the way she's supposed to. Like, I'll play around with it off camera and see if I can get the gear ratio. Heck, I might put a couple gears into it because I think the one gear is definitely a bad option. But like, this is just disappointing. Like, you can feel it has no power. Like, I'm trying to race it and it's got no power whatsoever. Do I have a space available? I do. All right, let's go to an auction. And we're going to look for a junk version of this car. We're basically going to strip this car down, take all the parts off it, and throw it onto, because it's going to be the same parts, just different engine and transmission. So we're going to take pretty much everything and throw it onto a new vehicle of the one I want. Because if I can find the supercharged version, yeah, I'm going to get it. Because I already have the V8 built. I built a lot of V8 supercharged. We just got to find it. Just gotta find it. Lucky throw these and go. See, this is the version I have, the F-Mill. What are the chances there was one in here? Like, this is like, these cars are already pretty much almost built. So they're usually more expensive. There's not one. Okay, we gotta do it again. We're going to get one. Because the F-Mill, hold on. You know what? I actually have a notebook next to me and I have everything recorded. Because I might be a psychopath of all the cars in the game. I record all my horsepower rating. Let's see. So, what car am I in? I completely forgot. I know I'm in a Bolt, which is a Chevy. There's a lot of different versions. So what am I in? I don't know. I hope I'm not in the one that I'm looking at, because that looks terrible. Because it's got to have a supercharger, because there's a aftermarket hood that has a cutout in it. Like, you're not going to make a supercharger cutout in the hood if you don't have a supercharger coming out of it, because the inline 6 doesn't pop out of that enough. What is this? Oh, it is a rollout. Well, that's not looking too good. There's 2 versions of this car. There's a normal version, and there is the F-Mill, which is this one. And as you can see, under the swap options, nothing. So we got to find the regular version. Because, like I said, this is the normal hood. This is the stock hood. If I go over to body, to body, there's an option for a cutout for a supercharger. That's what I don't understand. So we're going to go to the regular version and get a V8. And I'll take all these parts from this car, transfer them over to that one, and we'll actually win a race. Heck, I bet you a junk version would still run. Right? That's what I'm saying. It's gutless. Like, I'm pretty sure those inline 6s still had a stock 300 horsepower. So, I don't know what's happening with this inline 6. It's just terrible. There's another F-mill version. That's not the version I want, though. Oh, I can't go any further. Okay, is there? I'll buy one in here if I have to. That's also. It's another F-mill one. I don't want that version because that's the version I already have. Are you serious? Are you? Am I going? I'll try one more time. One more time. And then I have one more desperate attempt. Which is just go buy the car. In case you guys didn't know, I can buy any car in this game brand new. I know how. There's a dealership. Why? I have no idea. I mean, I have the money. I mean, the car is less than $100,000. Maybe the V8 might be more, but you know. It won't be a supercharged V8. But I mean, it won't be hard to just strip the engine of it, and then I'll at least have that car still. That might be a better option. You know, I'll just go do that. Because I don't plan on selling the darn car. At least all the parts will be new. And I'll just switch over the tires so that I have dregs on this one. Because I don't think the slicks are helping that other car because it doesn't have enough power to really stick to anything. So, pretty sure I'm just messing up the car. All right, let's go to the dealership. Why not? Right, what I remember, car salon. Is it? I thought saloon had more. Is it salon? Is it salon or saloon? I think it's salon. Right? I don't know. Could be a different word too. I don't know. We just say dealership where I'm from. This game is supposed to take place in the States because American Muscle and such. Even the van has the V8. El Camino. I actually have this in the game already. This is purple. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Also V8. Nice. Alright, so we want a car. See? We wanted blue. That purple was nice. There's no purple option here. We want wheels. Those are nice. How do I... Yep. I want... Not vintage. I want... that one. I can just put slicks right on this. That's so cool. Look at that. Wait, what? Yeah, see, it's got the option for the supercharged V8, which I have. Like, look how beautiful this looks. Now, like I said, do you have aftermarket fenders? Hold up, does this have... I think this thing has aftermarket fenders. No way. 96,000. Look at that, we just bought a car. I mean, that's pretty much the amount I'd sell what it comes out of it, and I don't have to normally be like, oh, I have to put the engine in it. I already have the engine. And the transmission. I just gotta throw it in. Like, I got a car with a V8 and I'm happy. I like V8s. I've been streaming for 2 hours. When do I have to do stuff? Not for a while. Yes, V8 should make everyone happy. Yes, make me happy already. but I'm gonna put a better V8 in it. Where is it? Oh, sorry, one sec. Okay. Oh, I see. The aftermarket has the chrome. Okay, so don't worry. I'm it has different seats too. It's got different headlights, mirrors, tail lights. Everything else can stay. I just want to put the aftermarket parts on. I guess there's really no point on like, cause I'm just like I'm gonna the paint I have on this I can just swap over and just repaint everything. But there's no point having all these aftermarket parts on this car, considering this car doesn't do anything. This car makes me sad right now. It's just this car right now is depressing. It's not fast, slow. Forgot the mirror. All right. Also, gotta get rid of the hood. You'll see why. I have a different hood I need. Yeah, it's got. I see the aftermarket has got chrome on it. Normally I don't like chrome, but shows you it's aftermarket. This whole engine is going to be aftermarket. You'll see why. It'll make sense. Just looks so good with better lights. I guess I gotta change the license plate too. That's not a problem. We don't need license plates where we're going. We also don't need that engine. This thing had air. Is that where we are? Is this game takes place in Arizona? Hold on, let me fact check that real quick. Hold on. Yep, makes sense. Looks like my gas station simulator game. And there's still no new stuff. Yep. Feels like Arizona. I just had a fact check. It's hot as balls out here. Okay, we need a hood. I just noticed we don't have a hood. I did notice that. See? See? This is what I don't understand, right? First, we gotta drain the oil. We're gonna take that out. Take that out. We're gonna put liquid in, or not liquid, but we're gonna put the aftermarket one in. We can put the original back on this. Like I said, no point having this thing aftermarket. It's already dead. I'll put a different one in it, but I mean, if I want to drive it. So I'm gonna have to take out all the exhaust system, cause I need an aftermarket exhaust. I also want aftermarket front brakes. Other than that, I just gotta change the engine. Okay, so let's just get to work. I mean, like I said, there's not much work that needs to be done on this car. I mean, it's already built now, so that's nice. I already have the slicks on. I don't need to mark the transmission because I already have the transmission. So we're good with that. Nice. Okay. We do need to take the front tires off to get to the front brakes. Okay. This is like the first time in a long time that I've had to work on a car that didn't have a single bit of rust on it. It's nice. But we need brakes. Good brakes. These stock brakes are alright, but they won't save me if something goes wrong. So, new brakes. Everything else is fine. There's no different brake pads in this game, so. And then we might as well buy that, and then we can install these, but I'm not going to put the ones that go to the engine yet because I have to put the engine in first. But there we go. Aftermarket exhaust, I'll help with performance. We'll throw the other tire on with the brake, and then we'll go get the new engine and transmission. Can't forget about the transmission. Oh, look at that. That just makes me so happy. V8. Just seeing the V8 is good. I can't even put it into that one. But hey, I got a brand new V8 to stick in a different car, I guess. Oh, so many choices. I mean, nothing needs to be changed. That's all the parts. Luckily, I just have this nice storage shed area. And yep, take one of those, take one of those. So glad I spent so much time. There's probably about probably about 3 million worth of engines in there. Probably gonna leave just for a little bit. Gotta learn about new stuff coming. Our game. You're not even gonna see me race the new V8 supercharged engine. I still appreciate you stopping by though. Feel free to watch it because the stream will still exist. Beautiful and all that. So, yeah, thank you, and feel free to stop by in any of my other streams. I enjoy the company. My V8. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I put the new transmission in. It's just so beautiful. It's glorious. Quickly do my transmission. Yeah, I will beat the Tesla. Hold on. This thing needs engine oil and needs a paint job and alignment because the wheels are probably screwed up now. But I took them off. I don't know. It won't take long. I need oil. You dump the whole bottle in. Usually it takes about 1.5 to 1.25 of these jugs. I mean, it's got a supercharger. The paint's gonna bug me though, so I'm gonna go fill it up with paint. Fill it up with paint? No, I'm gonna go paint it is what I mean. Paint. A paint shop is like 10 horsepower. Come on. Yeah. It's so tasty I could lick it. No. Quickly go to the wheel alignment shot. Make sure the wheels are aligned, because if the wheels aren't aligned and I try racing this thing, it's going to be death. They're aligned. Good. We need to go to the dyno, because nothing's boosted. We got a boost. I have so many carburetors on this. There's one. There's two. Oh wait, transmission. Set to a 3, really. You know what? We'll try it. We'll try the 3 ratio. Why not? And then we'll try that. Alright, dyno it, because I have to in order for it to be legal for the number. Okay, we're about to race. But thank you, Shotbot. About the best way to customize my Teslas. Bet you did, Panther. I bet you did. We don't speak about Tesla. It just kicked. It just kicked. Ooh, 733. Almost 1,000 horsepower. Really? Didn't go over 1,000? Why? Okay, we gotta take it. We gotta go beat the Tesla. 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 We're going to beat the Tesla. We're gonna feel what it's like to have 2 more cylinders and an engine that works. Because I don't know what's wrong with the inline 6, but it makes me sad. It makes me depressed. V8, happiness. Everyone wanna know what makes me happy? V8 engine. Why? I don't know. It just does. It's like ask me how the world works. I don't know. It just does. Destroy the electric cat. I'm trying. I'm gonna try. Where is it? Give me your best. What's its best model? Okay. A rank C against rank A. Oh yeah. What V8 power can do. You may have 9 batteries, but I have 8 cylinders. That's true. Tesla has 9 batteries underneath it and a little battery. See, it's between 50. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Come on. The power. I might need more gears. I need more gears. And he DNF'd. The Tesla DNF'd. Oh, that feels so good. I would not lose to an electric car. Or a modern car. So we're going to take this straight in. Am I versing? Hold on. I'm versing a Ferrari, guys. A Ferrari. Rich people car. I guess. I don't know. I don't get it. We have all these fancy cars and they don't even have more. They don't even go faster than some old junkyard car with a supercharger in it. I mean, I bought this car from the dealership because the other one didn't want to work, but that's a Ferrari. I had one more gear, that'd be great. I'm versing another Ferrari. Why is there so many Ferraris? I definitely need to change my gear to transmission. I still won, but I gotta change my transmission real quick. Well, not right now, I gotta finish the thing, but man. A Mayan. Isn't that an Audi? The Mayan in this game is an Audi, isn't it? Really? An Audi? Is it like the one that Iron Man drove in, the Iron Man movies? Robert Downey Jr.? I don't know, I can't see it. Nope. Must say it's very fast. Oh wait, I'm looking at the blue car. I don't have any more gears. I need more gears. It's actually pretty fast. Ah, one. I need to change my transmission. Good car, but I need another gear, and I need to change the transmission ratio, because it's a little sloppy. Hey Panther, question. When I'm done a stream, would you like to go like on a voice call on like the server or whatever and just hang out and talk? I gotta do some organization around my apartment here before I gotta go later. But I like hanging out with you because you seem pretty darn cool compared to a lot of people I've been talking to. Same with Crystal. I definitely will be streaming later, just I gotta do stuff here in a second. I'm gonna change the gear ratio before I forget though. I'm gonna do a 4.05. And then I'm going to need this many gears. You're in public. Doing what? Okay. I mean, if you want to talk, that's cool. If you're not in public, let me know. All right, let's try that. Yeah, okay. I think after this race, if I can win and all that, I think I'm going to end the stream. Just because, like I said, I got stuff to do, and then I want to do Warzone later with a friend. Uh, Someone I met playing Warzone, I guess. Not very long. Like, played a few matches with them. Because I like this game and everything. And I'm finally glad I have an audience who likes watching it, because a lot of people don't like cars, so. But I, like I said, I got like a couple hours until I go out and do like, what you call it, like errands and all that. I have a few things to do, like go to the bank and all that stuff. Uh, just trying to get everything ready before I gotta move at the end of the month. So I thought, hey, I'll talk to you because you're cool. No one ever wants to join the voice call on that server, and you actually came and joined my stream, and I really, really appreciate that. Like I told people, I don't need subscribers or anything like that. Like this was kind of like a hobby thing that I made for this channel, but the fact that like you came and supported me and just hung out was great, and I appreciate that. Okay, I don't understand why nobody likes the VC, but I love supporting people. I really appreciate that, Pantho. I really do. Ooh, I'm versing a Jaguar. Those things have more engine issues than I can tell you. Though the XJS model was pretty simple to work on. It was kind of nice and easy for a mechanic. Everything else kind of I want to light on fire, but I can't do that because I don't ever want to buy a Jaguar, so it's never mine. Yeah, I have a V12 Jaguar in my Oldsmobile. Why, I don't know. I just decided to stick one in because I had one laying around. On a sloppy start. Let's see if I can catch up. Am I not catching? Really? Did I fail because of my sloppy start? What? Hold on now. I wonder if I can shove this thing in second. I wonder if I have a second gear boost. I don't know if I do or do not in this car. I'm gonna try it. Why not? I only lose like 1,000 off this. Like I make that in no time. And if I win, I make like 11,000. So let's try to see if I have a second gear boost. Oh, I do. Look at that. I don't even lose much traction either, so. It makes me have to shift a little bit less, but then I also have just a boost to just go. Nice, okay. So I think, oh look, that's the MAR, the Audi. I think I lost it last time. The reason I had to go change my gear ratios, which I like my gear now. I definitely feel like I have more power between my gear ratio. Alright, second gear boost. Boop. I just put mine straight in the third. Ooh. I think he's gaining. Yeah, he's gaining. Damn. I can't do anything different with this car, though, besides the gear ratio. I wish I could do a little bit more with the V8s I have, because I would definitely put, like different gear ratios. 'Cause, like, I have gear ratios, but, like, I've seen people that will beat people in a mile drag race with less horsepower than this with 3 gears. So I wish I could change some things. Oh, I didn't even do the second gear boost. I'm versing a Mustang. Yeah, believe it or not, that is a Mustang. It's beating me. Something wrong with my gears on this? I don't know. Why am I losing? Why am I... Okay, I'll try it one more time. Why am I losing all of a sudden? It's definitely the ratios of the gears. I'll try it one more time. If anyone's running it, putting in second damages your vehicle, not really, especially if it's built for that. And typically when you're off-roading, you have like a low gear, like you have low and then you have low minus and low plus, like you kind of like wiggle room if you have like an off-road gearbox. Low plus and off-road is second gear basically. So if I have a vehicle in second gear, it's pretty much just boot. Like if you have it set to do that, where you can have it go off it. Like if you have like a really sloppy transmission and engine, yeah, you'll destroy your transmission doing that. But if you have enough boost where you can launch the second, like cause some people have first gear as like the crawl, right? Like their first gear is slow, so they have second. It just gives it boost just to shift. Like as long as you don't have to shift right away, pretty much, and you have enough to get your bearings. Yeah, you can. I've seen people start in third gear. I would not recommend that though. Like I said, it's all about how you build your car. I think you build it however you want. Do whatever you want. If you build it, your decision. This thing is just not... If I had a choice in this thing, I'd take out the headlights and put like boost for turbos. and take out the grill and or I keep the grill obviously, but then put like a light bar or something in it for like headlights, cause like I don't know, this thing definitely needs some boost. Okay, I gotta verse another. I think, is it another Ferrari? I definitely don't think I necessarily needed 7 gears, but like when I get here, I'm hitting the rev limiter right about here, so I kind of have to have another gear. Also, I just noticed that this wasn't an intake for the vehicle, this was the heat. Mine was for the intake. Like it had like double flaps, like it would let air in and out. They kind of like throw heat out of it. Okay, I think there's one more. Ah, BMW. If I lose against this, it's gonna be sad. Panther, after this race, I guess I'll tell you when I'm done my, what you call it, outro. I don't always do outros or intros, so. Oh, did I mess it up that he's gonna win now? Oh, I'm out pulling him. I know for a fact my car was smoking. Yeah, that's not always is, but I do it just like let people know, cause like there's been a couple of times when I was streaming, like I've done streams, a lot of streams where I didn't talk, right? Like basically sometimes I had either like I had my comments on, and I would kind of like nod in game or whatever, and there's a lot of times I had the comment section that you see off to the side turned off, and basically I'd be playing the game or whatever, and typically like I told people like if you see my comment section turned off and I'm streaming, that probably just means I'm having like I'm streaming just to live stream it because I don't like editing. I'm gonna be honest with you. So then I just basically just go around and do whatever. So so I don't do intros and I do outros, right? I'll just when I'm done the stream, I'll whatever time I'll just hit the exit button or whatever. But yeah. But yeah, I'll probably do an outro, and then when I'm done my outro, Panther, when my stream dies, I'll join on the like the voice party on the server, and then if you want, you can join there. Well, guys, thank you for all who watched, and like I said, I'll be streaming later, probably for War Thunder and not War Thunder, Warzone, and yeah. If you guys like the car mechanic video, by all means, next time I stream, put the notification on. I'm really happy. I got more of an audience than I have in a long time for this game. So by all means, I encourage people because I love vehicles so much, but like no one ever joins, has conversations or anything about vehicles, and it makes me sad because like you don't have to know anything about vehicles. Be like, oh, I like this vehicle, whatever, right? So it's just it's nice. We had great conversation here. Did 2.5 hours. It didn't feel like 2.5 hours. We did some cool races. I bought a car and put a supercharger in it because sadly, the original, the inline six sucks. Great car, but crappy engine. It's not enough power in that. So I'm gonna play around with this one. I'm not selling it. I'll put all the old parts back on that I took off that one, and I'll do whatever I can to get that one up to spec to beat a Tesla because I think it can. Because this is terrible. That just is just a V8, and that one won. So, um, yeah. So then there's more cars I got to build and everything like that. So we're going to just yeah. I could always put the stripes on that one and then just make this one bald because this is a nice blue. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.